What's good, everybody? It is your man T, here with the video, and actually here to bring y'all something cool. Today, here in Atlanta, Georgia, we have the Canon event, the Canon USA event, where they will be previewing the new Canon C400 and the new C80. If you signed up for it on Eventbrite, you can get a chance to go down there, view the camera a little early. This is a camera that I'm super interested in, so I want to go see it. I'm bringing my sister and my brother-in-law. Me and them love cameras. We're gonna go check it out, record a little footage, bring it to y'all, chop it up, and then make a little video out of it. So I hope y'all like this. This is the first look at these cameras. This is something that I want to invest in the future. I just want to make sure it makes sense, but it's actually cool to be able to get hands-on with it. I want to say thank you. See you later. Your man T is out for this part. Peace.
XLR port right there.
Wow.
So you're good to go. And then you can also plug in 4-pin XLR power on the side, so you're getting your auxiliary power.
Can you talk to me a little bit more about this bad boy right here? Where we can get, it look like full-size XLRs on there?
Correct. You got two full-size XLRs right here for your audio inputs, and then you can also add in your time code and gen lock.
Look good. Looks good.
Yeah, it's nice and clean.
That is
simple. I don't say it's not. Doesn't feel too small, but just a nice little simple breakout.
What about the
USB-C.
Yeah, the USB-C out.
So the USB-C out, aside from it being, it's mostly just power.
Okay.
So you can power a USB-C accessory.
How much power comes out of that USB-C?
You know, I'm not positive on what the wattage is.
Okay, it's like maybe like an 18 watt around there somewhere, 20 watt.
Probably.
Okay.
That would be my assumption.
Okay, that sounds good. And how much is the camera body? Like, how much does it weigh alone?
3.4 pounds.
That's not bad.
No.
That's not bad. That's probably like.
No, then you're adding another pound and a half of accessories.
Yeah, and then maybe about 2 pounds for a lens around there somewhere.
Depends on your lens.
So a little under 10 pounds.
Yeah,
shy of 10. That's not bad. That's not a bad rig.
Easy to get it on a gimbal.
Kind of float around with it all day. Don't hurt your back. Doesn't kill it.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. But you know, I feel like C80, just with how tiny it is, just gives you that much more.
I'm loving the C80, man. The only thing is, I hear a lot of people on the C70, they talk about the flip out screen, how it gets weak over time, the hinges and things like that.
Yeah,
but
you just can.
I did hear that the Canon made an improvement with the C80, with that screen and things like that. And then the SD
It feels nice and robust. You know,
let's go check it out. Yeah. Let's check it out. Yeah, so this is what the new C80 looks like.
C80.
Okay.
You can see the flip out screen, you know, it feels nice and robust.
Yeah, it does.
You feel like you're gonna break it off.
It look good. So this is 6K 30 raw.
That's right.
All right. Not bad, not bad. And it actually looks, it doesn't look as big as it looked in like online, because seeing it online, you know, all the new reviewers pushing it out, seeing it in person, it looks so much better. And like I was just telling him, like, I was a bit worried about the screen, the hinge on the screen. I hear about that from the C70 all the time, but
yeah,
I heard you all.
Reinforced it.
Yeah. I love the SDI at the top and the new top handle too. So what is your favorite feature about the new C80?
Well, probably the sensor.
The sensor?
The full frame, triple base ISO.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
16 stops, yeah.
I like, the C70 was my favorite camera.
It was?
Yeah.
For real?
So, yeah, C70 was just a really big camera for me, but this kind of does like fill the gaps for what I was looking at.
It has Super 35 mode if you want to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, so it's like 2 cameras in one at that point if you view it that way. You could put Super 35 glass on it or full frame glass on it.
Yep.
I think the battery life also on this thing, because they're using the same batteries that we use for all of our other cinema cameras. So it's like, you know, like this is going to give you like 300 minutes. You know.
That's still not bad.
You know.
With this battery?
A lot of time.
With this battery?
A lot of time.
The original C70 was like a lot, like I did like 9 hours on one battery once on that camera. Yeah, so that's always been the big thing about this series right here.
Okay.
And I haven't tested. Yeah, it's actually like half the draw of the Z400.
For real, how did you all manage to, I guess, like from an engineering standpoint, how did you all keep the power draw so low? compared to the C400?
Well,
Because
the
it has
C4
the same sensor.
Same sensor, but by going with SD cards, you don't need as much cooling.
Okay.
So CF Express cards are the hottest cards, and they have, and the C400 has its own cooling system just for the cards. And so you have two different cooling systems in that camera. One for the sensor, and then one for the card. And also,
honestly,
Which is also the reason also why you're having to keep the raw recording down to LT.
on this, yeah, because of how the sustained read and write speeds of SD cards is a lot lower than CF Express. But it doesn't, that's one of the reasons why with like the R5, like we can do, 8K on the R5, we can shoot on CF Express cards, but you only get like 20 minutes because it starts to have heat issues.
Yeah.
Because there's no separate cooling system for that.
Yeah. What about, let's say we shoot a project on it, how easy is it to encode or decode that raw footage in something like DaVinci Resolve?
It's fine. All of the systems use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
is it like easier to like edit than like H.265? I know H.265 is pretty tough.
The H.265 is pretty processor intensive because of how
exactly.
whereas the Canon RAW is simpler.
Okay.
It is. Yeah.
So it's like super smooth playback. Cause I have not to get too technical, but a i7 13700K from Intel. So it's a pretty good processor.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing like a RTX 3080 Ti.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
So we
absolutely
should be
fine.
good with
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, the H.265 is tough. It requires so much of the computer to like decompress it. The raw.
10 to 20.
Oh, that is a fun lens. Oh, sorry about that.
Luckily it was empty.
Yeah.
That is.
10 to 20. Yeah.
So that, you get everything.
What's the f-stop on it?
4.
That's a 4.
That's still not bad though.
Well, and you got 12,800.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And 3,200. You can see any and everything up in here. You can really see the entire room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool lens. Yeah.
Let me turn the stabilizer on.
Oh, okay. Oh man, this is perfect, and I'm loving how it's sitting in the hand. Perfect.
That's fun. That's the first time I've seen that lens earlier.
This is my first time ever having hands-on with the newer Canon cameras.
Yeah, right.
So they feel real good in the hands. I don't know, like I said, I'm coming from Sony. I'm getting impressed with Canon. I'm not gonna lie about it.
It powers. The laptop battery actually will power.
I like this.
Wow.
camera.
It's not super heavy
It is
in your
nice.
hand.
It's nicer than this one. I ain't gonna.
So and this one has a grip on. So this is a separate battery grip.
Okay, to
Right
keep
here.
the
Yeah.
longevity of running it up.
Yeah, so both of these use the same sensor. It's it's a 6K back illuminated stack CMOS sensor if you want to get into
Oh wow,
it.
so
But-
it's a stack sensor.
So and so it increases the readout speed. So it's actually a faster readout speed than the C70 is, even though the C sensor is.
Yeah,
Smaller.
it was
And
already fast.
So yeah, but you'll see, and if you did them side by side, you'll see a little bit more of the rolling shutter on the C70.
Because
than you
with
will
this
on
one,
this, yeah.
you turn that IBIS off, you get to walking, you're gonna see some
You see
warpy
it.
lines,
Yeah,
especially in street lights, poles, sometimes even cars. Yeah, signs. Yeah, it just depends on how fast you're whipping it across. So the readout speed is
It's
amazing.
it's fast, yeah. It's fast, yeah. It's not global shutter fast.
No, that's fine because
so
the dynamic
that's-
range is up.
Exactly. You know it.
You have to choose your.
You gotta
Yeah,
choose.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least right now.
So
Yeah.
if you want to look at the C400, the same sensor, and I was testing that one earlier, you can whip it around.
Yeah, see, you don't see any of the doors or any of the straight lines warping
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
See, it looks good.
Yeah.
And it's like, for 99% of work, jobs, projects, you're not going to need that global shutter. You get what I'm
But when
saying?
it is a concern, it truly can ruin like the image. It feels like
Yeah, and it kind of
Yeah.
So would a global shutter be more, I guess, accepted for like sports work and that type of stuff, like tennis and?
people like it for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, and also, I mean, the big thing is kind of like those fast, like car racing.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
so like NASCAR, that kind of stuff.
It's shooting across the frame.
Yeah, and
so
that's why
fast.
you always see them they're using like the broadcast, like the 2/3 inch broadcast cameras.
Okay.
Because those are all global shutters. But, you know, and then also like LED walls.
Yeah.
And so that's, that really helps with the LED walls.
That's kind of the strengths of
You know.
both of these cameras.
But
Mainly this is whatever application you need. You know, documentary, corporate, broadcast.
It excels in it.
cinema.
It excels.
It does every.
And the thing is with that one, it's got 2 SDIs and an HDMI, and then it's got a USB-C on the front where the front monitor plugs in, so the front monitor doesn't hem up any of the ports on the back.
no.
I just think that's the perfect camera, like, cause the ones I'm in debate between this one and the Blackmagic Ursa Cine. The only thing is Blackmagic Ursa Cine is double the price. It doesn't have autofocus, and it doesn't have triple base ISO.
And the output latency.
feeling like it.
You've seen it before?
I tested it in NAB. The output latency for the monitoring
was really
was so long.
What?
Yeah. So if you got somebody pulling focus on something, like
It's not.
It was not good for that.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing about Blackmagic is they always go as far as they can, but then they like kind of, oh well, don't worry about that. Nobody's gonna see that. And they're all about numbers.
So they're worrying about as much stuff in here as we can. We don't care if it's the best at anything.
Correct.
It has it in there.
It'll look better on paper. It'll be more like if you go to their booth, their booth is way over
Check
the
'em
top.
over
Like
there.
they're
Okay, no, you're fine.
So y'all can.
trying real hard.
Yeah, no, we looked at it. We weren't very impressed with it.
What? And the crazy thing
I'm
is,
curious
me
about
seeing it online, like when it first
It's not a
came
bad
out.
camera, but, you know,
Yeah, like when it first came out, you see all the press on it, but then you don't really meet anybody that's seen it.
I
But
never see Blackmagic on a professional set. I see Canon, I see Sony, I see RDH, I see.
If you see Blackmagic, it's a pocket cine because they need to throw in something super tiny, and that's about it.
I own a Blackmagic, so it's not like I'm talking.
you own the
okay.
6K full frame?
I do, not the full frame, the one right before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the
So
thing
I'm in
is,
the market for these.
yeah,
cameras,
no, I
too.
get you.
Yeah.
The Pixis just came out. I'm not interested in it because this craps on the Pixis all
There's
day
no
long.
internal ND.
Yeah, there's no
Makes the
internal
same
ND,
thing
and it's the same thing as the 6K full frame. This has a faster readout, I think, and more dynamic range in it. I think it's a better camera
There
overall.
can be fixed noise on those sensors too. So low light capabilities.
No, I get it. And then I'm just thinking about pairing that bad boy with the new 24 to 105 f2.8.
That's the other strength that they have right now is all these.
Is that it right
That's
now?
it, yeah.
So you
How
got
do
the
I put it
105 2.8.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's this one right here.
Do you want to put it on this one? On this camera?
Yeah,
Because we have another one.
Yeah, we got it on
I'm
the 400.
Oh, you have it on the
I'm gonna
400.
get this camera.
I'm gonna get it. Go ahead, do your thing.
You can see it. We have it on the
Yeah, we've
400.
got
Oh, it's on
for
the
sure.
400?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. It's a
Yeah,
great
man.
range.
I just feel like this is the one. This is the all-in-one. I feel like if I get this, I don't need another camera.
So the cool thing too is that
That's again, I don't need necessarily.
you know about the motor that you can attach to this one, right?
The servo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get the zoom. You can use like zoom handles and stuff like
you
that.
can get
And
hired on
yeah,
Wow.
big production with this.
it's pretty cool.
And what we're saying as well is this is all. What's it? Which one's the clickable?
Right here.
Yeah, this one.
It's
Sorry.
assignable,
Assignable ring.
like a function.
So if you want to assign this to
Yeah.
whatever, you can just use that and add that.
That's not bad. And then the thing is, like with the triple base ISO, you don't need fast primes. You can just get that, and that's all day long.
I mean, yeah, it's if 2.8 is good, and if you know that depth of field is, if you don't want to get too crazy shallow
Yeah.
depth of field, then
If you don't need a one-stop.
One
Yeah,
stop,
like,
yeah.
Where you're only seeing this much in focus.
your poor AC sweating. You know?
man. It looks so much better in person. Like online, it looks a bit bigger, but like in person, like it's not that bad. I can see where you say it's like maybe about 3-4 pounds around there somewhere.
So this one, yeah, this one's about 4.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's about 4 pounds. 3.5.
They call it 3.4 is what the
Yeah,
literal
3.5.
literature says.
That one
Wow.
is 2.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And
So-
6K 60 raw.
Yeah.
We have internal NDs all the way up to
Internals.
10 stops.
Yep.
We have the 4K 120 in all of the compressed formats.
Yes.
Correct.
Same. Yeah, that one does too.
Okay.
Same
It's
thing.
just that one doesn't have the 6K 60 raw.
Exactly.
Okay. So what is the difference?
The big.
Spec wise.
So that's the big thing is big difference. You said the 6K 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also when you go to that, when you go to the compressed codecs, you have more compression options for your higher frame rates.
Oh,
That
okay.
one goes into it has a long gap mode that it goes into to get to the 120 and the
Okay.
to get to that 120 4K and the 122 or 180 2K. But this one you have more options for the compression there.
And like you were saying, you can
Yeah.
sit for 3 hours without having to go back to
Yeah.
a card or case or anything. Because you got all the lenses you need, you got your ND, you got your battery.
And this feels good. The
You're not
lens
gonna miss
isn't
a
too
shot.
heavy.
You know?
Man, that's what I'm saying. You just put this on, go anywhere you need to go.
Yeah. The I/O is where this one, the
Yeah.
number of
The
outputs,
2 SDIs,
The-
man.
return video on this.
Uh-huh.
So if you're doing a multi-camera shoot and you need to have return video, it has it on that. Gen lock, that kind of stuff. But this one has an Ethernet port. It's
Yeah,
got the
man.
Wi-Fi
It's
built
set
in.
up for streaming.
It's
set
kind of
up like
hard to beat this one. It's hard to beat
It's
this
kind of
one.
hard to beat that one.
It really is. It's like
Yeah.
it's like you all just threw the kitchen sink at it and said, listen, we can make a C70 a brother. Let's just throw everything at it,
Sure.
man, with the full frame
Yeah.
sensor. Wow. And I'm impressed at the 24 to 105 because that's one thing about Canon has over every other camera manufacturer. You're all lenses. Like I feel like you're all like I feel like they're putting like innovation in lenses. I feel like the only other lens company is doing that is maybe Tamron with the 35 to 150 f2 to 2.8. But man, you got a 24 to 105 all f2.8.
Yeah.
And you got a aperture ring on it.
It's got a
Stabilizer.
It's hard to beat it. It's hard to beat it.
You can add the servo, so you can do servo stuff.
Where would the servo go?
So you see right here, there's this little connection here.
Oh.
It just attaches onto there. And then,
Okay.
Yeah, it motors off of the.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see, let's turn the stabilizer on, go all the way to 105. Now try and hold somebody, buddy.
Let's see.
See how steady it is.
Pretty steady. Hold on. Let's get you in focus. Oh man, not bad. For handheld 105, that's amazing. Cause anytime, like let's say bird photographers or whatever, man, any type of like lens is over probably 70, you're going to see that shaking. So the fact that this is all the way to 105 and it's pretty stable. Is this all electronic state?
No, so that's optical in the lens. Yeah.
I didn't know state was built into the 24
Yeah.
105.
Yeah.
Honestly, this bad boy worth $3,000. Honestly,
Yeah, 'cause
Wow.
you don't need it. I mean, for
you don't need anything
for a zoom
else.
lens, like you don't.
You don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Maybe like you
And-
get one of those wide primes, like for a cool, like really wide
Yeah.
shot or something.
Or if
Yeah.
you want
That's
something
like-
maybe like a 1.3.
Or you could get this
1.4.
right here.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, that's the VR lens. The fisheye lens.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh look, Aaron, they got a VR lens. So like we shoot VR content, all type of stuff. So how would that even work? Like,
Yeah. You just see it's kind of funny.
So the editing programs have, I know Premiere and
So
Resolve.
it's only Premiere.
Only
That will
Premiere?
only Premiere. We have a
stereoscopic.
and our software.
Oh, okay.
So we have a software, and then we have a plugin for Premiere that basically takes the two images and then
and gels them together.
yeah,
Wow.
exactly. So
And it fits full frame.
it's meant for full frame. So you
Check
can
this
see
out,
what
Aaron.
happens.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that.
So
Hey, I ain't never seen that before. That's cool.
and
You
then
can see the handle even.
Look at that.
and so that you
Look at
focus.
so see the handle up there.
You focus each eye, and then we make sure that they're both like matching focus, and then you start shooting, and then you go into our software, and it does the stitching, and
Wow.
so
See, this is what I mean by Canon innovates with lenses. Like, what
Yeah.
other camera manufacturer you seen doing this? Are you engaging in NDs?
And so,
Oh, that's neat.
You can go up. Let's see function right here.
Mm.
You can go over. See function. And then now you can go over and change the ISO.
Not bad. Man, 12,800 is pretty clean looking. Wow.
Yeah, the 3 different faces is huge selling point.
Because you can literally be where, because most of the
Recording
times you
is so-
can't really control light unless you're on set or production. So it's like the fact that you have those bases to play with because Sony only did 800, 12,800. You still have 6400, 5000, 3200.
Yeah.
They're not even kind of
Yeah,
in the
you
space
can always
of-
set it at 12,800 and then
And
go
then
down.
Indy it down.
Choose that as your base and then go down below that and give it a little bit cleaner of a look in your actual raw
No,
footage.
I'm not gonna lie. So I've seen, I want to say 50, 51,012.
Yeah.
Is that the highest?
No,
No.
100 and
28.
120.
100,000,
Yeah, I saw
yeah.
that in the noise pattern looked like filmic almost. So I kind of like the look of it, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially like the raw. I know like you got to denoise raw to get the clean.
Yeah.
Thing, but I like the noise pattern coming off the sensor.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no noise
That is
processing.
cool, man. I've never seen that before. And the fact that you're standing literally right here.
Yeah,
See?
right. Yeah, it's a 180 degree, so
Wow.
field of view.
Wow.
It's cool.
That is
I
cool.
mean, you go offer VR weddings.
Man,
I am waiting for that to take over.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't yet.
wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
I think when they make a device that's more comfortable to wear and not $3,500,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then yes, that'll be.
But wouldn't it have to be like, because you couldn't shoot normal 24 frames a second because the motion
you want to shoot
60.
60 all the time.
I mean, ideally
Preferably
like 120.
120,
Yeah.
yeah. I think 90 is kind of that sweet spot.
What if there's no motion? Like if it's a static camera shooting a wedding or something?
60 is probably
60,
fine.
So 60
Yeah.
would be fine with that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
start moving the camera. where
That's when you start to feel it. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I'm impressed at the C80. I thought the C400 was gonna get in here and blow me away, but the C80 is, man, it's a nice little compact version of the C400.
Yes, yeah.
It
Well
really
thought out.
is.
Yeah.
It is well thought out.
And that's what people loved about the C70. Because the C70 came out and it was like basically a small version of the C300 Mark
Yeah,
III.
yeah. A lot of
And-
people rave about that C300 Mark III.
And so and the C70 was kind of the same. And now this is kind of a smaller version of that, but coming out much closer than, because the C70 came out like a year after the C300 Mark III did. And yeah,
Wow.
this is coming out in like a month and a half after the C400 does. So
Yeah.
But-
I'm impressed. I'm impressed at this one. This one is. It just. I feel like for a documentary shooter,
yeah.
it's perfect. You know, I feel like that one is more so if you got jobs.
More commercial.
Yeah, more commercial
Yeah,
based.
yeah.
Yeah. This one is perfect for one
VFX,
man band.
Especially if you need VFX, this is probably more so
Yeah.
Yeah.
in that realm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You have more compression options and you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Like you're saying, you like to walk around, get some footage. You want to keep it close to your body. This is great
This is
size,
perfect,
it's
man.
compact. It feels comfortable.
And it's $2,500 cheaper
yes.
than the C400. You know, that's a big deal because that is
That's the
basically
lens.
That's a
this
lens.
is a 24 to 105. You know, add 500
Yeah.
to it, and boom, you got your nice setup.
Yeah.
The only thing is, well, I'm pretty sure maybe third-party manufacturers may come out with like V mounts for this bad boy, but then you
Yeah.
kind of
You got to rig it. You got to start rigging it up. But
Yeah.
like that mid
Mid 49.
49 rig hit. Yeah. But they make those micro V mounts too. Do we have one here? Yeah.
That's gold mount, but I mean, you can
Oh,
have
gold.
micro
They
batteries.
make one for V mount too.
Yes, they do.
So get something that's like this size. You
yeah.
know.
See, that's perfect.
so-
What's this, a 50 watt
That's a
hour?
98.
What?
Yeah, and they also make that in a
Yeah.
150.
So
What? That's
yeah.
not bad.
The
And this is
150 is not
perfect
much bigger.
because
Yeah.
100 you throw it on the plane, don't have to worry about anything like that.
Correct.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow. No, I don't know. I'm impressed. That's the best thing I can say, man. Cause it's like when you see like new products being released online, you see all the hype around it. You see what everybody else is thinking, and then you're trying to compare it to what you ultimately have now. Like I said, that's a Super 35 FX30. It's kind of an entry level.
Yeah.
But like
That's
now I'm kind of ready to
camera.
start stepping up and, you know, having a bit more flexibility to play with in post-process and like while I'm shooting, like
Yeah.
for the different video outsources. Like I said, that bad boy over there has SDI, 2 SDIs and an HDMI. And then you're not even having to use the monitor on top to take up one of those those ports. So, man, that one is kind of the dream.
Once you have a camera with internal ND, you can't go back.
That's what everybody say.
Cannot go
That's
back.
what everybody say, and I have the least thing.
You probably do you have a variable ND that you use? Okay.
Yeah.
So that causes polarization.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, dude, come on
You
in.
don't want that all the time. How's it going?
All right, come on in.
And trust me, it's one of those things that once you start working with it, like, how did I ever do this?
Yeah, that's what everybody say, man.
Yeah.
And the ND engages so fast on here.
Do you want to trade the lenses out?
Yeah,
You
we
want to try
can.
it? This is kind of cool. This is a 35 mil prime.
Is that the 1.4? The new 35?
Yep. Yeah. There you go.
That's my favorite focal length, the 35 mil.
Oh, here you go, bud.
You got an Instagram handle?
Yes,
Tag
sir.
in this photo. Let's see.
Check it out. This is Paul and Scott from Canon.
It is.
Here you go. So it's like the 24 to 105. It has the
aperture ring.
ring.
Is it
and
declickable?
like-
Clickable and declickable?
Yeah, so right, you push this in.
There you go. Yeah.
What? It is T-Mac. T-M-A-C.
Completely separate.
E-N-T. I think it's a space between. Yeah, right there. All right, my man. Thank you.
And the thing is, I've always preferred color science. Did you?
I agree with him. Color science, man. Getting like something usable straight out of camera is so valuable for quickly turnaround projects. One of the big things is these bad boys got shit locked too now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that manipulable dynamic range and kind of just being able to color it any way you want to.
what you mean.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wanna hold it?
The thing that annoys me of some is that
Put your hand in.
That
That feels good, don't it? They did a good job with that one. That feels good, don't it?
And it's not too heavy.
Yeah.
So obviously,
There's, yeah, so there's kind of a funny thing, if you don't mind if I just show you real fast. So here on the side, you can screw it directly into the tripod if you need to do vertical
Oh.
video.
Then that kind of almost eliminate the need for open gate then, because you can shoot vertical video pretty easy.
Yeah, I just screw it right in.
Right on.
Boom, yeah.
For me, like, because at that time,
This is nice.
I'm impressed with the C80.
It feels
I really
The
am.
grip is like really, really amazing.
What is retail for the 35 mil?
Scott, what's the
35 or all this.
I don't,
That's brand new. That was my biggest struggle.
yeah.
Let's see how. Let's see what. Yeah. Okay.
This is nice. And
It
this
is nice.
And this up here is another handle too as well.
This
You can hold up at the top.
Yeah. You can hang on to that. So yeah. So this is actually, and this right here,
1499.
Not bad.
this is called a multi-function shoe,
Okay.
and so it's kind of like the smart shoe
Yeah,
that
on
you
top
got
of
to
there.
Tony.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of idea.
Yeah, I saw
So
that you all
that's-
said the extension where you can put it up here.
Yep. Yeah, you saw that. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it does have such a wide.
Yeah, it's impressive, ain't it?
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, like, with a lens like that, you can shoot a bunch of like low light because you can go like watch the screen. So like, look how much light is in there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So like,
You can adjust the lighting from the
yeah, you can
lens.
adjust the lighting from the lens. You can adjust it from the camera.
Okay.
It's a pretty solid package.
It is.
It really is.
It's not that bad.
It ain't bad.
And this is for like short films and stuff.
That's good for anything, honestly. It just depends on it just depends on where you want what direction you want to go. Weddings, short films, documentaries,
It looks
commercials.
like it has a clear picture, like a good picture on it too as well.
I mean, you could throw this
It's not
in
that
too,
bad.
but
I
I would
like
say
it.
it's more
I like it too.
live.
And that's for more like commercials.
Yeah. I mean, that's more like
This more of like
general,
yeah, that's
you
like
know.
a real film.
if you're gonna be building your camera up, like rigging it out, putting a bunch of putting like your fizz and stuff like that on something like that, the bigger body is really helpful for that. It's
Yeah.
like you got to do a lot of work to get this
Yeah,
kind
to
of
get
in
that
that
bad boy
studio
just
set
like
up,
that.
you know. Whereas that one is much easier to do that.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, man, you can have the external monitor here. Like you can have a client monitor, kind of how y'all have it set up. Then you can have maybe a transmitter shoot into another monitor from
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else, and you can kind of have. And then one of the cool things is you can display LUTs from each signal out.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was just amazing because you don't really see that too often. Especially, I feel like that's a FX6 Sony Burano competitor. I think it beats both of them, in my opinion. But I just think that has everything that a production, or honestly even a rental house would want.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree.
Have you all seen, I guess, a lot of interest in that one, like compared to people who have C500s?
Yeah, and it's tough. It's people who already own like C500 Mark II, C300 Mark III. They take a look at it and it's kind of like it's tough for them. They've already invested a lot in their cameras, and there's some things that those cameras have that you can't get on that, like the expansion units for those cameras. There's the one that adds like the 2 extra, XLR inputs, and then has all the power outputs and things like that. We're like kind of like really leaning on third-party companies to go ahead and
do whatever they choose.
Give us like more XLRs, give us power output options, that kind of thing. And so,
the power draw of it for the C400?
Yeah, it's like at its max, like most power hungry, it's like 39 watts.
That's not bad. So a 99 watt V mount will probably last you about close to 3 hours.
Yeah. This camera, at its most, this camera is half.
Half of that.
Yeah.
That's why these bad boys are able to last so long.
Exactly. Yeah. But the kind of cool like solution we have over there, we're showing like the Anton Bauer mount, and it's actually hot swapped with this battery there on the C400. So like,
so you could leave one of these in with
yeah. So like you can take a look here. Sorry, do you mind if I just show?
Come on in.
And so you could just boom.
The hot swap is.
And then hot swap, because if
then
you have that
cut
battery,
the power off.
Not at all.
How long does it take for the C400 to boot up?
It's very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah.
So it's not.
This battery died.
That battery died.
That battery.
Just now.
Oh, here we go. Right here, we're going to see it boot up.
There you go.
Boom.
Yeah.
That was about probably like 2-3 seconds.
That's fast.
Yeah, that is fast because normal cinema cameras it take 40 seconds.
Yeah, both the C80 also is like 3 to 4 seconds.
That's not
to
bad.
boot up, yeah.
So you can get this bad, but pull it right on out the Pelican case and get to it. And I just think that's just the perfect combo, man. You get the 24105 with the C400 and maybe a V mount on the back, and that's all you need, man. Honestly.
Yeah, battery's fine.
Wow. What's the MSRP of the new BPA A60 or A50s? The new batteries?
The C400 comes with 160, and the C80 comes with a 30.
With the 30 one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
285.
285.
And the 60 is 469.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
it's okay. A little bit
Yeah,
less.
not bad then. Not bad. So maybe you get probably an extra one just for
Sure.
hot swappable.
Yeah.
Yeah, with how compact they are and how much running time you get out of it versus throwing out a 98 watt hour.
Yeah.
In terms of like how many cycles they last more, they're a lot better.
Yeah.
Do you need a special charger for it, or can you charge off USB-C?
There is a charger that you can see it.
I've got one over here as well.
Yeah. So there's a charger that comes with it. Yeah. It's this thing.
Okay.
So it's
Oh, that's not bad.
USB-C.
Okay.
The power supply to it is bigger than the charger itself.
Yeah.
It's also compatible with our previous series of batteries too, for like starting with the C300 Mark II. Since then we were using the BPA series, and those all work. You have a little bit less, probably a little bit less. I mean, depending on battery health, But one thing on this camera that is really big for people, especially like more like broadcast and doc, is that it has the 12-pin lens port in the front here. It's the first time we've never made a camera that had that port built into it, and so having that built in is we actually made for what this camera has already inside, we made an expansion unit for the 500 and the 300 just to do return video and have the 12-pin lens port. We had an expansion unit just for that, and so they built those in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
This may be a crazy question, but how much is the grip for the C400?
The hand grip
Mhm.
comes with it.
What?
Yeah.
It's not bad then. That's not a bad value at all. Honestly, like I said, but before coming in here, the two cameras I was looking at was the Blackmagic Ursa Cine and this bad boy. You all told me Blackmagic Ursa Cine feels cheap. Hey, for 15,000.
I didn't say it.
I sell Blackmagic cameras.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like.
Yeah.
I'm giving a non-biased opinion. I do believe that
Yeah,
is.
we sell some Blackmagics. It's not like we want. I wanted it to be
Like a Alexa competitor.
yeah. Well, but Verona competitor was what I was looking for, and it felt cheap.
Yeah, and for 15,000, and then you gotta start buying the B-mount batteries for it, and those are even twice expensive.
No, they're not that much more. I mean, you can still get any of these like core batteries, same price as a gold or a V mount.
Okay.
In V mount, but then you're locked into an ecosystem. So you're better off just getting an adapter.
Yeah.
At that point. So
And all my B-mount batteries power lights too, so it's like investing in the B-mount, I won't be able to power the same lights, or it'd be harder trying to, cause I have adapters for my stands where I just slide the B-mount right on in. So B-mount would just be a bit of a headache trying to adapt to. Hey, if you made it to this part of the video, I really want to say thank you. I also want to give a special shout out to Joe and his partner from RDH, and also Paul and Scott from Canon. I thank them so much for putting on this event. This event was amazing. It was great for me to get hands-on with these products before purchase. These products were just announced. The C400 was announced, I want to say about 2 months ago, and the C80 just got announced maybe a week ago before this shooting, maybe a couple weeks ago before this shooting. So the fact to get hands-on with these cameras before purchase, kind of seeing how they are ergonomically, was huge and super valuable. Right here, Joe and his partner is showing me the locking USB-C cable that is on the new Canon C400. And the cool thing is on the body and is on the monitor as well. So let's say if this cable gets yanked out or something, or just anything crazy happened with this cable, the cable can just be replaced instead of having to buy a whole new monitor screen and it being a bigger purchase. You get what I'm saying? So like something like that can be a $30, $50 replacement instead of a $500 replacement. You get what I'm saying? So the ability to see how Canon thought out this design was super cool. Also, these guys had the mid 49 cages for both the C80 and the C400 right outside of this. I showed them at the beginning of this video, but they were so nice. Very rigid feeling, very durable feeling. Feel like you put those things in a production and they get it beat, and it feel like your camera will survive for a long time to come. But yeah, man, this was an amazing time with the Canon really brought out all of the new equipment. Earlier in the video, I said that this was my first time getting hands-on with any of the newer Canon stuff. And man, they really brought out everything. Like here, they brought out both of the new cameras. They brought out the 24-105 f2.8, the 24-105 f4, the 10-20 f4, the 35mm f1.8, the brand new PL mount that's like $1,600. They brought out the Canon 45-135 t2.4 cine lens and the 20-50 t2.4 as well. Man, they brought out everything. They had so much there. They even had tripods, rigs, and they had these cameras rigged up, which was cool. So like you could, like actually feel how it would feel when you actually purchase your setup. Like this right here is what it would look like for me. And guys, I was happy as I don't know what to have this camera just to hold it, to see what it would feel like to actually shoot with it. So if I was to travel with it or be on set for anything or shoot commercials or docs or anything, y'all, to see how it would feel. So man, it just felt so nice to hold because I'm coming from a Sony FX30 that's, for lack of a better words, that's a point and shoot handheld cinema camera. And it doesn't have all the features that I would want. I'm not gonna go into all that because I don't want this to be too technical about a Sony camera. I just want this to be more about everybody learning about what the Canon is bringing out with their new cinema cameras. So man, like the fact that with the 24 to 105, the body itself, and with a V-mount adapter plate with that V-mount on the back, it was probably about anywhere between 7 to 10 pounds. The body itself weighs about 3.5 pounds, if I'm correct. So when you add on that 24 to 105, that's about another 2.5 pounds. And then when you add on the V-mount, that's probably another about pound and a half, 2 pounds. So you're probably looking anywhere between, and then you throw a matte box on it, you know, depending on what matte box you go with, any filters, anything else you add to it, it's just gonna make it a little bit heavier. But in all, it feels very balanced. It's not bad to hold. You don't feel like you'll break your back. Like shooting with it all day. I know with the total power draw, like if you're sending out signals to SDIs and powering servos like that, I want to say Paul said that the total power draw was about 32 watts, maybe 33 watts. So that's not bad. So if you hook up a 99 watt hour V mount to the back of it, you have a good 3.5 hours of shooting. And the camera boot up so fast, it boot up in like 2 to 5 seconds, anywhere between that range. So you can turn the camera off sometimes and extend that battery life to where you can actually shoot out all day with just one V mount. And that's just a 99 watt hour. Imagine if you have a 150 or a 200 or a 240 watt hour. So man, it's just so much you can do with this camera, so much where you can grow with this camera. Man, I'm just so impressed with it. But the audio has picked back up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and tune back in. I just cut it out for a second because I left the mic on Paul while he was talking and assisting somebody else who was interested in these cameras as well as I. So I'm gonna let the audio cut back in here. I wanna say thank you again to everybody. I appreciate you, and I hope you all learned something if you're interested in these cameras. If you need anything, hit your boy up, hit the Indigo Glass email up, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace. Maybe a 2 terabyte card. You're probably looking at what, maybe 11,
And can you
12,
switch from
12,000.
You said the lens was?
Yes.
The lens is
Yeah, and you can switch, if you go to Super 35 in the RAW, you can do 4K 60
You know, you want
in RAW
you want some
if
card,
you're in
couple of
Super 35
cards,
mode.
and you're gonna want a couple of batteries. You're probably closer to 13.
But
without
we're
putting
still
on-
under the Blackmagic Ursa Cine
You were still in the black.
by $2,000.
And that's without putting on any. It's not without putting any cage or anything like that.
And then check this
but-
out. We got money to buy that 13 mil too. I mean, not 30, 35 mil, 1.4.
And it's smaller.
Yeah.
Yep.
And think about it too, I don't know if it's concerned, but you show this versus a handheld camera.
It's
People
gonna
be like, oh,
be
there's the
respect.
camera.
Yeah.
It's that professional.
It is. It does. It has that feel because when people see this, it's like, oh, okay, something
Something real.
serious is happening.
So what's happening? What's happening? Where's Ashton at? What's
With this one, it still looks professional.
you pranking me? Somebody? Am I getting punked?
Oh man, that compression on. Yeah, and that's the thing. Because I feel like this one,
Formats.
I can't grow with it enough. I feel like this.
Yeah.
There's no ceiling, so
Yeah.
there is.
With that, yeah.
You could break this down and have a small little dock setup if you want, solo one-man band. But then you get hired to do
Something like that, you can probably get both.
production.
And you can show it with a cinema camera.
Show it with all the
Or
stuff. You
full
break it
blown
out,
cinema
you
camera.
get this, like, you get this cage and stuff. If you want, you can look like.
Paul, I know that.
Yeah.
Alexa.
Yeah, like Alexa Mini.
That's our T-based
So-
from here. Yeah. Can you do like?
Yeah, man.
GTI?
Oh, really? How
Probably
is
too
it?
high of a bit
Are
rate to
these
do
nails?
that.
Yeah, and we just don't have the protocol.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah, they're not moving. Okay.
They haven't. Something we've been pushing for.
Yeah, I think it's hard to beat this one.
I mean,
What y'all
NDI
think about
just,
it?
you know, just,
Yeah, that's,
you know,
I
just
would
the
rather
whole, you
do
know,
that.
60,
Yeah.
20.
Cause that's a more
It's a more
long-term.
long-term camera.
If you're gonna make it, that's.
This the investment to make.
That's
Yeah.
where things go next.
And I just think if you just get this 24-105, that's
10 years
that's
from
kind of
now,
it.
We'll see that.
Yeah, unless you
They
want to do
also
a
have
cinema.
the
you get one of
Yeah.
those.
24 to,
Right now it's a little
28 to
expensive
28 to 70 F2.
everywhere.
Heavy.
but like,
The F2. Yeah, man.
Broadcast cameras, yes.
have it?
Yeah, it's right here. We look at it.
Oh, that is. Dang, you throw that
Been
on
of
there.
consideration, sure.
You didn't cut about a pound and a half.
Especially with
Yeah, I mean, that's one stop.
Mhm.
All you gotta do is 12,800.
12,800, and you
Obviously,
good.
they went, the whole.
So you're really not giving up much at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can avoid that.
I just feel
Or
like, man, Canon just
just do it
built this
differently.
where it's the ultimate tool. I just think that you get this, it kind of, you can excel in anything.
Well, because they have so much
I just don't
experience
think-
with the stills world and the dock world, and all they know, all the different applications nowadays. If you're gonna use corporate stuff, because that's the thing. It's all money. You get hired, you get a contract from a company to do all their stuff. You show up with this, they're like, oh, that's what
Oh,
we're paying.
we're good.
Because
Yep.
he's got a
They push Fuji.
Yep.
Yeah, I found.
I agree, man.
At least the sales reps
Wow.
I work with, they push Fuji first.
Yeah, some do.
Some makes sense. Depends on the person.
Now, what about the
That makes sense.
the lock-in PL mount? I know you all are going to be releasing. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the big cinema on there before. So this one is the.
That's the one that screws in, right?
Yeah, so it has, I don't have the wings out, but it's these like two wings that come on and they attach here.
That's
Like,
cool.
it's fixed front.
This is what you're.
And it look like it has contact
Yeah,
points on it.
That's
That's what I'm saying, man.
They have the dumb one.
But I just feel like, man, you can excel in anything with this camera. You can go RF mount glass or you can go PL mount.
Well, that,
Yeah,
because when you
compared
get
to
to a
some-
certain level,
Sure.
it doesn't matter what camera, it's what lens.
What lenses you
Like,
use?
if you're doing something high level, you can rent a really nice setup. I mean, our lenses over here, the Diesel films, they look super
Yeah, the R's at
good.
1.4s.
They look so good.
Well, our lists are beautiful lenses.
Yeah, for $2,100 a lens, that's not bad,
Yeah,
man.
but I mean, these are even less, and they just dropped the price on these Vespids.
For real?
Yeah, they were. This 10 lens set was 13 grand. Now it's like 10 grand.
What's the T-stop on them? Is
Two-
it all different?
It's 2.8, isn't it?
2-1.
2-1? That's not bad.
2-1.
Well,
We have this
and
in our
full frame,
showroom
you don't
because
want to open up.
Yeah, open up because the depth of field is.
No, but I mean it's beautiful. It's light.
Oh, this not bad. I have I just got a Remus back at home, and it's about the
Yeah.
same weight. Not bad.
That's nice.
This is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think this is probably the best camera on the market, honestly. Wanna hold it? Sled.
Yeah, for me.
Anybody want a beer or something? You got some beer?
Oh, yeah, you're gonna shake this
No,
down.
no
I
beer?
would not be able to hold it.
No, seriously, we're doing like a
Stand.
happy hour.
But like, if we shoot in feature films, boom.
Yeah, just gonna stand.
Yep.
We talked to me.
And then the cool thing is, a lot of the accessories we already have can just dive right to it. Like the microphones, they got a little port on it right here. Just plug it in, maybe clip it somewhere. Well, I know the mid 49 case has the different quarter 20s on it. So yeah,
Imagine.
It's not that bad. It is.
that's
heavy
not
though.
bad at
I've
all.
been to his shop in a while.
It can get a little fatiguing if you're carrying it all day, but then like you can break it down, put a smaller lens on it, because the 24 to 105 f4. Put that on here, you cut a good amount of weight, and you're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, actually, the weight of that lens right there is almost.
Heavy as the
almost
camera.
camera.
Okay, so with this lens, it would, to like balance it out perfectly, it would be perfect to put a V-mount on the back of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that y'all actually brought everything out, like the 24 to 105 f2.8s and the PL mount adapter. And when will the C400 be shipping? Next week? Okay.
10 days.
10 days? What? So it's the final countdown then.
10 days. C80 is going to be in November.
Okay, so that's Q4. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's.
And then also, which one was, like this is.
Oh yeah, the base plate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, that is.
That's a lot better.
Does that adjust?
So if
think so. Yeah, it does.
It's hard.
It's hard. But that's how you know it ain't gonna break in about a year or two.
Yeah, it's very sturdy.
It is sturdy, ain't it?
Yeah.
What is retail on the 24 105 F4? It's just a shorter lens on it.
I think what you would do is
And this might make me sound like a little kid, but the glow in the dark buttons, man.
So yeah, but it's bright.
$12.99.
That's not bad either.
So you get to turn on and off side.
Yeah, man. Imagine you shooting in the dark, you can't see everything, but you just hit that real quick.
Just your
you
level.
know, it's not just getting adjusted directly into your light.
Bad, man.
Like you have now, but
And then like,
when you get to some wireless,
it's not even close.
There's no
And-
argument at all.
What for like maybe what 2,500 more? Not even that. 2,000 more.
hotel for
It's more ergonomically, like it feels better in the hand. I feel like the Airfix
4K,
yeah,
on that, 6K raw.
you're doing mostly on vacation.
man, it's not losing.
They go up to 6K.
They go up to 8K. They go up to
I
12K.
found out what's out there.
It
I
is
shot
on
some on
8K.
8K. I got a 3090. It could
You got like 4 modes.
Okay, help it. Yeah.
Oh, and just live view? Yeah.
because it's 8.6K.
And then a lot of places, yeah, you can just stuck in the
It's like trying to have 4K videos at the same time.
Yeah. Now I did hear that the XOCN and the Burano, the color of it is amazing, but
Oh, it looks really good.
but the
But
thing is,
It's more about the lens. It's the lens, whatever lens you're using. That's where more of the stuff
Yeah.
comes from. Because once you get to a certain level of fidelity, resolution, it's
It
all
all-
about what you're shooting, what the lighting is, and all the machines,
Yeah.
the lens. Like nowadays,
You got lots of stuff.
it's not like when a DP does a camera test for a movie or something. They don't go, ooh, what camera are we gonna get? They don't care about what lens.
lenses. That's why the clicks are so.
So when they do camera tests, they get this set of lenses, they get this set of lenses, they'll be at Panavision. That's why Panavision is still so successful, because they have the best lenses.
And can you? I don't even think you can buy those. Can you?
No,
Gotta
you can't.
Yeah.
They're like Chapman with their dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you get a chance, Panavision is 15 minutes from here, like towards the city.
They have. That's what I was gonna ask. Do they have good rental, like lens rental houses here?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
like if you just want to test out some kind of mid-level aperture range, it's great.
Okay.
We also rent the Vespa as well. For cheap, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Not bad. Then. Not bad.
And this was great. It's like, yeah, you got an RF camera, but then you want the PL.
Professional PL, my glass on it.
You want EF, you got EF.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah. I just think this one is the camera. Like I feel like if I was to get this one,
that's what I'm.
I won't need any other one unless I'm buying
Because that's the
multiple.
last thing you do with buy a camera.
We just got
2
this.
years later. You're like,
Yeah, man.
I'm not even gonna ask.
especially you throw a map box in front of that.
Man, good to go. People gonna think you have.
If anybody, like, if you got a producer or somebody, like, okay, good, he's got a real camera.
And then you got the indies built in, man, so it doesn't even matter. It don't even matter, like, you ain't gotta even worry about screwing on no filters no more. Man, I wouldn't even know how to act, not having to do that. Cause I hear everybody who says that when you get a camera with built-in indies, you can't go back.
It's like getting a car.
Yeah.
Go back to bicycle.
I heard that, man.
It doesn't work.
Wow. All right, let's get one more look at the C400. I'm gonna put it back.
That's nice.
It is nice.
And that's bigger.
The other advantage, this comes out in what, 2 weeks?
No, you said 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah.
That was late November.
So we know when you set out the 8,000, you at least know that it's coming soon. You ain't gotta wait super long.
And we're fine.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. I'm a big believer in buy once, cry once. Like, I'll shit out if I really want it, but cause I don't want to have to like cheap out and then buy something again in a year or two because it doesn't have a feature that I need or something like that. I'd rather just.
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, I've been shooting stuff for like 12, 13 years. And it's been a couple times. So.
Yeah.
Just go on that next level.
That next level, yep.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't have thought that.
Yep.
The fancy electric engine.
And I just feel like 6K is the sweet spot. Don't need 8K. I don't even have the space to even hold that type of footage.
Like we have the XDR split down. That's a 6K screen. I'll put 6K stuff in. I'll put 8K stuff in. You can't tell
You have to let go like this with the magnifier. And it's like, who's doing that? Yeah. And then this still gives you, and this gives you still, you can punch in with this. 200%, 250%, still get a clean image on it. So yeah, AK is not a necessity at all. But yeah, I just want to say thank y'all for allowing us to come do it. Man, I appreciate this.
Thank you for coming by. You've obviously done your homework.
Yeah, I done my homework. Yeah. I've been doing my homework all week because I was like, I want to see it, but like when I see it, I want to make sure that it's fitting every single thing, and it does. It does.
Exactly. You know, look, there's also the reality of like.
All right. Y'all about ready?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Hi, definitely. Thank you so much.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Thank you for coming in. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thanks. Good job.
All